What's up, guys? Welcome back to chimicomics, and today we're going to be doing another reading tale about the Vision.
By Tom Mother King.
Tom King's killing it right now.
I should have said Tom King.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
So, what did you think of the story?
It screwed me up, not gonna lie. It was pretty dark for a Marvel comic, to be honest. And I loved it. I loved that part of it.
See, I recommended this book to you guys because I was like, you know what? I read this book. I talked about it last time on the chimicomics cast. Go watch that. Link below. And I really loved it. I read Volume 1. It's 6 issues for Volume 1. Read it. I was like, okay, now I gotta go read Identity Crisis. Read Identity Crisis. After I got finished with Identity Crisis, which by itself was awesome, I was like, I gotta go back and read the rest of this mother effing Vision because it's awesome. And it was. It has a really disturbing ending. We'll talk about it later in the spoiler part. But as far as a rating, for me, 10 out of 10. I might even like this better than Spider-Man Blue.
Really?
It was that good.
Dang.
And Vision's not a character I care about in the least.
Yeah.
And it made me care about him. So 10 points to Tom King. Riley?
I'm about like 9.5. I'm with you. It was really good, very well done, good story, and he kept up the suspense pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
And there were a couple things coming out of left field that you're just like, all right. There were good surprises in it. I wasn't like in love with the art, but I didn't think it was bad.
No.
So I'll give it 9.5.
Woo!
I'm in Riley's butt. Give it a 9.5. Had a lot of great surprises, great plot. I don't really care about Vision, but this one made me do. He had a lot of good development. And yeah, the art wasn't great, but wasn't bad. So yeah, 9.5 for me.
So now we're going to go into spoiler territory. But the first part of this book even starts disturbing.
Yeah.
Where they're delivering cookies, right? They're new in town, as John Mulaney would say.
The neighbors are bringing some cookies over.
They're bringing cookies over. They're like, they're not even people. Why are they needing cookies?
The older dude is like just kind of gruff, blunt American.
Yeah, he calls them toasters. He's like, we're giving cookies to toasters.
We're giving toasters cookies. They're not going to eat them. It's pointless.
And then we get some narration from, I assume it's Vision in the future. And
then it doesn't turn out to be.
Yeah, and he says that they're going to turn out to be dead later.
Yeah, like they're going to burn in their house.
Yeah, they're going to burn in their house alive. But, this is a great welcome. I was like, oh, God.
A lot of it's narrated by that old lady, right?
Yeah, Agatha.
Yeah. And then later on, towards the back half, is it narrated by Wanda?
Yeah.
The Scarlet Witch.
The Scarlet.
So, yeah.
Who is Mr.
Wonder? Apparently the guy...
Do you know anything about Mr. Wonder?
Man?
Yeah.
He's Wonder Man.
I don't know who that is.
He's an old Marvel character.
Okay.
I know him about as much as I know Wonder Bread.
See, I didn't know. I was like, I have no idea who this guy is, but that's cool to know that
he's
Vision's
not really a thing
based
anymore,
on him.
but yeah, back in the day, he was one of the characters.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool to know that Vision's based on him, but I don't really know anything else
yeah,
about him.
like they're telling the true story of what like actually happened. You know? So Tom King gives you a lot of good backstory and history. He knows his Marvel history. He knows the.
See, I feel like Tom King handles that history way better than one Grant Morrison. Who does it? Grant Morrison just throws it at us. He's like, you should know that, and no one's like, we don't.
When Tom King does it,
Tom
doesn't
King,
require.
It's like, this is the voice of Vision.
Well, let me just say,
to be
Tom
fair,
King doesn't require a case book when you read his books.
be fair, we're talking about Vision, not the Batman.
True. There's only so much back history. I agree with you there.
Like, not many people know a lot about Vision.
You're right.
But I mean Batman.
Right.
Okay.
I also feel like a lot of that stuff is a quick Google away.
You're right. You're right. So this whole book is about Vision trying to become a family man. Yeah. He really craves having a family, so he
wants
builds
to have a normal family.
Yes, he wants to have a normal family, so he builds a wife, kid, 2 kids, so a girl and a guy, and then eventually a dog. later in the story.
Yep.
So what did y'all think about the family members?
I loved how they each had a unique problem.
They all had an arc.
Yeah.
They all had their very own arcs, and I liked that. Even the dog had an arc.
Yeah.
So I feel like the best character in this, besides Vision, of course, is his wife.
Virginia, yes.
Yeah, because of her sacrifice at the end.
So it was so creepy. Like her whole thing, it was so creepy the whole way thing. Because like she kills the person, and she's the reason the kid dies, and then like just the whole thing.
Well, I mean, kinda, but like that wasn't really her fault.
None of it was her fault, but you see her like going crazy throughout the story, trying to hide.
She's been scarred.
Yeah,
she keeps
trying to hide it from Vision, and she'll repeat stuff over and over.
Yeah.
It's super creepy.
Yeah,
You're like, when is she gonna
there at
snap?
the piano, and she'll just go, "Oh, merrily, 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 life is but a dream."
I love how impressionable they all are, even as robots. Like they're just as impressionable as a human is.
Vin, the son, he's Vin, right? It's not Viv is the daughter.
Yeah, Viv is the daughter.
Okay. Vin, he gets like really obsessed with Shakespeare after a day in his English class.
Yeah. Doesn't Vision later on in the story like listen to his son's recordings of him doing Shakespeare?
And actually, what happened was during those at the end of the recording, after he finishes reading Shakespeare, he's like, "I'm sorry, I was unable to listen. As I said, I am in a call with the Avengers."
Yep.
And I mean, Vision, if he could cry.
And then Viv falls in love with like a kid who ends up dying, a real person who ends up dying because of the mom.
Yeah.
Which, that was a whole thing.
Let's just start where I think we should start with the Reaper attack.
So the Reaper attacks their house, and then
the Grim Reaper.
Yeah,
I don't know who
he stabs.
He looks weird, man.
Yeah, he
I
stabs
don't know who he is. So.
Wasn't his brother Wonder Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like, he claims that Vision like stole his life because he has his voice and stuff like that, right?
I mean, yeah, but like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
He's just mad because his brother's dead and he's not.
Right. So he goes to his house trying to kill him.
The attack was way out of left field because just like his blade, like scythe, just comes through the wall and stabs Viv.
Right.
Like just takes her out, and she just keeps saying, "Mother, mother, mother," and she keeps saying that.
She got cut in half.
Right.
She says "mother," but until she's fixed.
Right.
Like the whole way through for weeks, probably.
She's a robot.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. They're synthoids.
Synthezoids.
But that happens, and the mom ends up killing the Grim Reaper and burying him in the backyard.
Yeah, because she doesn't want Vision to know that she
killed somebody.
Well, yeah.
Even though I think he would have understood.
I think she would have too.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. So buries him in the backyard, and then that's a whole thing.
But someone saw her do it.
Yep.
So then we go, since Viv got cut in half and needs to be repaired by Vision. She isn't at school anymore.
Yep.
And Vin, her chemistry partner, comes up and is very rude to him, asking where she is and for her number, and says he can talk to her because, I mean, supposedly they have a lot of chemistry work to do.
Yep.
And Vin just goes off and he grabs him by the neck, and like the narration goes on saying how that there's like a nerve ending that if pressing cuts off blood supply to the vein,
it's an
to
off
the brain.
Switch for humans.
That's what he says. We're just like humans. We both have an off switch. That's what he said. So he doesn't kill him, but he gets suspended for it.
Yep.
And so then we later find out that the person who saw her bury the Grim Reaper is that kid's dad,
right?
And he like calls her over to meet and
the mom
to
meet him,
and he tells her that I will release this unless you leave and get out of here. Just leave.
Right.
We don't want you here. And she says, no, I can't do that. And he pulls out a gun, and when she says no, and he's going to shoot her. And the kid...
Vision, she has like the same thing as him, and she goes like invisible.
She phases, and when he
bullet
shoots,
goes through, kills the son who her daughter loves, who was also her lab partner.
And in order to not let any of the secrets come out, she hits the dad hard enough, like she makes her hand as hard as diamond, hits him, putting him into a coma.
Yep.
So that he can't recover from. Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually the Reaper's body gets dug up by the dog, right?
Yeah,
the neighbor's dog from the original part of the story, right? So then that dog gets killed.
Yeah, poor doggo.
And gets turned into a robot dog for the Visions to have.
Vision finds the body, And I don't know, he went off or something because that's how their house got blown up and
Right.
like, damaged a whole lot. 'Cause we don't see how that happens. We just see the aftermath because the owner of the dog, George, comes in and asks if they've seen it. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You can come inspect the house for the dog, though." And he walks through, and everything is obliterated pretty much. And she's like, "Oh, I almost forgot. I needed to return this to you." And hands him a cookie sheet from one of the cookies they brought him originally, but it's all bent up. So he's like, "Oh, well, thank you." He's like, "Are you guys putting in a pool?" Because back in the
It
backyard.
literally looked like a bomb went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the house looks so rough.
And Viv, she's like laying on the ground, like rocking back and forth, like
Yeah.
holding her knees to her chest. She was screwed up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So then, I don't really remember as much because I didn't read this recently. I read it a long time ago. But then we get into the part of the story for, well, it gives the background of Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Yeah, and it tells how, like,
Yeah.
The wife is based off of her brain patterns. And,
Right.
like, she gave them to him.
Yeah.
She's like, "Here's my brain patterns.
So-
Go make your own."
Because
Wanda."
she ended up with Wonder
That's
Boy.
really
You
what happened.
can't have me,
Yeah.
but you can have my brain.
That's really what she did.
And I mean, she took the real life version of him too. Like she ended up with the dude that he's based
Wonder
off of.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of a screwed up deal.
It's a whole thing. But glad we got that backstory for it.
Yeah, I would have had no idea what was going on.
I knew a lot of it, but there were some things I wasn't clear on. Like,
Yeah.
that he was based off Wonder Man. I didn't really know that. I knew that Ultron created him.
Not gonna lie, I thought the whole Vision Scarlet Witch love thing was just original to the MCU. So I had no idea about
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
it's a
relationship.
thing. It's been a thing.
See, I had no idea. I thought it was like the Hulk and Scarlet Witch type thing where they just were like,
Oh.
"Ooh, let's shoehorn that in."
Um,
But I had no idea.
yeah.
I heard about the Ultimate Comics thing where it's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and they're
they're-
incesting.
What?
That's Ultimate
What?
Comics.
Well, are they brother and sister in the Ultimate Comics?
Yeah.
Why would they do that? Who wrote
Ultimate
that?
Comics
I
are
guess
weird, man.
I guess Game of Thrones is really influenced.
Ultimate Comics is weird, man. Don't know. That's probably why it don't exist no more.
That's why they
Don't
merged
really
the
know.
universes.
Thank God.
So then we start getting into the end game. Do y'all want to kind of go over that? Kind of
Yeah.
catch me up because I'm not really remembering.
Very responsible. entertainer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I remember the ending, but like from the point where he dies.
What's
to
the guy's name that showed up at their house?
The cop?
No, the
Uncle-
the guy that's his like brother.
Oh, okay,
Victor
okay, okay.
Michon.
Okay.
Yeah, Victor Michon.
He shows
And
up.
he's from the Shield, right?
Yeah. He was from
Shield.
the... No,
Or he was hired by like the Avengers to.
He
do
was
the
from
Avengers.
another, he was from
yeah, he's
another
on the
hero
Avengers.
group. Like their
remember.
hero
He
group
was with the Runaways.
Yeah, the Runaways is
Which
what
is
I remember.
It's kind of like the Teen Titans of Marvel.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't he have powers or something?
He has like
Okay.
He's like
vibranium.
Vision.
Gotcha.
Like he's a synthezoid thing.
Gotcha.
He
But,
looks
like,
like a person.
He shocks people.
Oh, he's Ultron's
and
kid, right?
he's
Yeah.
gonna have
Ultron's
he's gonna
kid.
have magnetic control too. Like
Gotcha. Okay.
And
So
he's supposedly destined to be bad, but he
'Cause
tries
he's
his best
Ultron's
to be
kid.
good.
because he's Ultron's kid.
And he's trying his whole life to fight that.
right.
To
and
not become
so
that.
the Avengers are kind of worried because Agatha has ate these blooms to see the future, and she's Vision raising the Earth, like
Yeah.
destroying it. So she goes to the Avengers and said, "Hey, you gotta stop this." And so they contract Victor to go in and infiltrate and kind of find out and see what's what. And so he does this and he earns their trust, and he's like being like a really good uncle, like to the kids, and being there for Virginia too, like 'cause she's broken too. And
But then Vin catches him talking to the Avengers,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What are you doing?"
and
And
he
he's
goes
like,
like,
"No, wait."
"Don't fight it! Don't fight it! Just let me explain! Ah! Stop fighting!"
And then he
It was
dies,
terrible.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
then
so.
he died.
Yeah, he killed him.
Yeah, like he wasn't able to be repaired. Like it was
Yep.
the cerebral.
He
stuff.
broke him.
Yeah, he broke him. He did.
Broke him.
He
He,
broke
can't be
him.
fixed.
I remember he did.
Now you know, he did.
He
So
did.
Vin's dead.
And Virginia at this time, like after this happened, she goes on a
Rampage.
Yeah, because what happens is that they lock him up. The Avengers lock Victor up, and Vision is going through. He's like, I have researched every known religion and justice text in the world, and none of them say that him living when my son is died, that this is just.
Yeah.
So he says, I'm gonna kill him. So
I have to kill him.
yeah. So the entire Vision family, the Visions, they're
But he
under
goes
house
after
arrest. Like Tony puts up a shield around their house to keep them there, but Vision uses like a lighter made out of vibranium that Captain America gave them as a gift to break out of it. So he goes.
He grabs it and pushes against the force field to make it break, and he bursts through.
Yeah.
That's how he escapes.
And all the Avengers assemble at the prison that Victor's at. So when he leaves, Virginia decides to come clean to Viv about the murder, about her being involved in the death of her love, and she does not react well. She goes away, like leaves her, and then Virginia goes on a rampage, grabs the dog, and just murders the crap out of it. Because when she wanted to look into the future, because they have those blooms that let you see into the future, one thing you have to do is you have to be hungry, and then you have to murder someone, and then you eat one of the petals, and you can see the future. So she murdered that freaking dog, and I was like, no. Not the dog.
He comes back, though.
He does come back.
He comes back.
But at the time, I was like, no.
I know, I was sad, too. I was more sad over the dog's death than the kids.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't want a dog to die.
Such is the lot in life.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue, because I'm still just trying to gather.
Well, like, the whole thing when he defeats all the Avengers.
Right.
They're busted up, He beats them all up. And then he gets into prison, and he finds Victor.
Right.
And
he's going to kill him.
The whole time, what's the wife's name?
Virginia.
She's narrating the whole time. Like, it's her talking to her daughter.
Right.
And she's like, I can't let them pin this on him, because either way, even if he kills him, then we're just going to be viewed as his crazy creations, and they're going to shut us off anyway.
Right.
And she's like, I'm going to kill him instead, so that he doesn't have to go down. So she's taking one for the team, pretty much. See, if Vision kills him, then they get shut off. But if Virginia kills him, then Vision's fine. It's just a rogue creation of his.
Right.
And the daughter could still live, too.
Right.
So that's what she does. She breaks in there and she kills him.
Yep.
And then she comes up with this confession to the detective who showed up earlier in the story about how she went in and edited Vision's like memories and motivations to get him to do all this. So it wasn't anything of him doing it.
Okay.
Because I mean, she knew he would.
I thought that was I remember when I read that part, and I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, because she knew he really wouldn't do that to his teammates.
So looking back, Virginia is a really good character. Like, she's great. I was impressed. By this.
So yeah, cool. She does that, and she decides that the best thing to do at the moment is to kill herself.
Right. Yep. Which she does.
By eating one of those weird water vases things.
Oh yeah, she drank the water from the water vase.
Yeah.
Because it's poison.
Right.
And he's like, just phase.
Yeah,
just phase and let it out. Yep. She's like, no.
Yep. And then she dies.
Yep. Very sad story.
Yeah, it's a very sad story. And then Vision lives with his daughter still.
But the ending,
she still goes to school and everything.
The ending's really screwed up.
They have Sparky the dog.
Yeah,
still.
Sparky the dog come back. But he has this big case, and inside of it is a robot thing.
It's his wife.
Yeah, his wife, and he's like working on it, and he's singing the song that she crazily sang, like
that merrily, merrily.
We can rebuild her.
I know. That's what I was thinking. So it kind of leaves it like at that. Like, where is he rebuilding her? Or what is he doing?
How does that work though? Like, it's not going to be the same. Like, she won't remember anything.
No, download all her memories and put them in there.
But like
all the memories that won't make her want to kill herself.
But like the way
she just does it again.
The way he made it sound, like, when Vin died.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
With him. So like I'm thinking,
it's kind of stupid.
She's like really dead.
Yeah.
Like you could make one like her, but it won't be her.
Maybe that's what he was doing.
I guess.
I mean, they leave it open, so.
Maybe there'll be a sequel.
I hope so.
The
I hope so. I love that.
Step Vision Mom.
Step Vision.
I don't think he has an exclusive deal with DC, so we could see one.
Tom King.
Right on, Tom King.
Yeah, keep up the great work.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Is there any like Tom King thing that I should be reading next? Like, I'm gonna try to start reading Mr. Miracle, but I
That
don't know.
one. Definitely the Batman run. I think you would like it.
Yeah. I'm
The
gonna
first,
start reading
the
that.
first arc or two is not as good.
Yeah, that's about the Gotham.
But it gets really
superhero
good
people.
in like the late teens, 20s issues.
Mhm. Is that like
and
the
on.
jokes and riddles?
You've got that. I Am Bane is kind of cool. Like,
Okay.
You know, it's a Bane story, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. And then you got like, there's a Poison Ivy arc I kind of liked.
Heroes in Crisis is very good if you want to read that.
Oh yeah.
It's a little slow at some parts.
And there's some stuff, you know, the Batman Catwoman romance, all of that.
Right.
Hush.
He didn't do Hush. I wish he did.
That was Jeff Loeb.
Yeah, but I mean, that's also.
Oh, you was
Yeah.
talking about the romance.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, you knew that.
I thought he was talking about Tom King. I was like, what?
No.
Did Tom King write Omega Men?
Yes.
Okay.
I have that. If you want
Have you
to
read
check
it?
it out, it's pretty good.
Okay. I didn't know.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's like its own thing. You don't need anything else. So.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I really liked Vision. Y'all
Yeah.
should read it. Sound off in the comments if you have and
It's
you
on
love this
Hoopla.
story. It's also on Hoopla, both versions. For some reason,
Both
they're not
volumes.
connected.
Yeah, it's volume 1 and then volume 2.
Yeah, but for some
You kind of
reason,
have to do some searching.
yeah, for some
Just-
reason,
just search
you can-
Vision,
If you
and
search
it's the
Vision,
first-
the volume 1 shows up, and then if you search,
No, both volumes showed up for me when I.
oh,
just put
well,
it
when
in.
I did it, I only
didn't
got
for
one
me.
version. Same.
Well, see, it worked for
I had
me.
to click on Vision 2016
Yep.
below.
There's a
and
1
I
in
think
3
it was on
chance.
there.
Yep. See, I had.
It was weird.
Well, what I did-
I finished the
there's filters.
first volume, and I was like, "Is this it?" I was
Well,
like,
there are-
I was like, "This is good," but like, is this it?
There are filters you can like put in and put it only comics. That's what
Yeah.
I did, and that's how I got Vision to pop up.
I tried both, and it didn't work. But anyways,
You've got a 1 in 3 chance of easily finding it on Hoopla.
that is true.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Sign off in the comments below if you liked Vision. Tell us what we did wrong. Reach out to us. Click the subscribe button. Click the little bell icon so you can get everything. Keep watching.
What
See you
he
on the next
said.
one.
Peace out.